Okay, yep, I think we're live now. Okay. Alright, so let me set up my stuff as usual, per the usual. Okay. Let's see here. I believe this is all working now as usual. Okay, there it is. Okay. Alright, I don't usually do live streaming in the middle of the day. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So what's new for crowdfunding for the War Room? Excuse me, I just downloaded Patrician 4. Alright, very good. So, what's new for crowdfunding for the War Room? I'm going to show you some of the projects that I have backed. Call of Duty, the board game. This is going to be a hidden movement game where you put your guy on the board and where your opponent puts his on the board, and what weapons you bring and loadout. That's all going to be very, very particular in this game. Excuse me. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I suggest you do. Yep, 4-player bundle. I got the full one. They've already unlocked a bunch of their stretch goals. All right, here we go. Plastic covers, Desert Ruins map. I did that as well. Yeah, the Night Ops Mercenary, Jacob Thorne. I don't even know who these people are. I haven't gotten that far into Call of Duty, but my son loves it. New weapons, cool stuff. Look at this. Combat cards. Basically, what it is, you have the large map. If you've ever played Sniper Elite, it's kind of like Sniper Elite, where you have the large map and you have smaller maps, but everybody has a small map, and you plot your movements on that map, okay? And you can use these cards to help give you an advantage as you're playing it. But once you set up your map, your board, your small little tiny board, then you play it out and see what happens. You might end up in front of somebody, behind them. Maybe you're behind them, but you're facing the other direction. It's a cool little, it's like a very advanced paper, rock, scissors. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Shepherd, Ghost, really cool. This game comes with 2 colored boxes if you don't get the collector's edition. One has Ghost and Shepherd, and the other one has Captain Price and who's the Russian guy? No Russian. Remember that one? That was a famous. I can't remember what the hell the name of that was. Yeah, cool dice. Personal dice. You already have a couple of playthroughs, so you can watch this online. If you do get the... Yeah, here you go. Captain Price. Who was that? I can't remember that guy's name. Start with a V. Makarov. No, Makarov. That's right. Victor Makarov or something. Yep. But if you get the full collection set, then you get all of it. Here. Tactical trackers. It's a minimalist game, so you're getting very minimal little stuff here. You'll add some weapons. With those weapons, will give you more dice. You throw the dice and you see what happens if you're hit, or you get hit, or you defend yourself. Really cool. Yeah, see, here's the mini maps, the plotting boards. There's the main board. It looks a lot like Sniper Elite, so if you like Sniper Elite, I think you'll have fun with this one. And then, you get to select your loadout. Here's all your guns, AK-47s. They just unlocked a special weapon. And in the collector's edition, you get a skin for a gun for one of the games. Let's see here. Kill streak cards. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That is Call of Duty Red and Blue. But if you get the collectors, you get both red and blue. So... Alright. Pre-painted. I like pre-painted. 72 custom dice. 16 plastic action markers. 2 large double-sided maps with 4 plotting boards. I think I added another board. I'm not sure. Yes, I did. I think I added Kruger, Isquera. I put a bunch of stuff in there, so that's what I did. Yeah, here's this. Yep, for Warzone and Modern Warfare 3. That's your skin. They announce it when they finish. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. How's everybody else doing out there? Alright, so let's see. Oh, you can even customize a card, which is crazy. I don't know anything about this, but it's like $600. So if you got the money, you got the dough, and you want your own specialized little card, there you go. Alright, so I think we're done here. Oh, there's an expansion for 5 to 6 players. I don't think I got that. I don't think I have that. I do not. I got the mercenary expansion. Let's see. Never mind. No, I don't think I did. Okay, that's Call of Duty. Looks really good though. Looks promising. I do like hidden information games. That's kind of cool. If you got people that want to play, I think that's really awesome. So, all right, next, Royal Limited. Now this is a solo game by Scott Alms. He has a bunch of these apparently. There's a lot, and basically what it is, it's kind of like a solitaire. It's like playing the game Solitaire on your little computer, but you do it with trains, and you have to put people onto the trains, and then you have to spend cards to get a new car. It reminds me of Solitaire. $14 is very cheap. This is coming out really soon. Yeah, they're already going to be delivering this really soon. I think, what was it? Printed and shipped. Yep, our cards have been printed and shipped and should arrive in about 2 weeks. Of wallets have been ordered. 2 weeks. Let's see. Mid-September. So this is supposed to be a September game. It's only cards, and then you have the little wallet. All right, so it's nothing major. Like I said, for $14, you're not really losing a lot. They already sent out the rules, not rules, but the print and play. Excuse me, the print and play. So again, where did I go? Sorry. Just to give you an idea what it looks like. Okay, campaign. So he has a ton of this. Like, these are all their games. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they come in these little wallets, and you can carry them anywhere. And how to play is like right here. And you get course of 4 rounds. You pull a card, a train. You can put a passenger on that train, but you got to spend cards in order to do that. And then you start running out of cards, right? And you want to get them. I can't remember the exact way to win the game. Let's see. It's been a while. It just looked really interesting. It was just one of those little things I threw some money at. I just can't remember what the hell it was. I apologize. I wish I remembered. I read all this, but it was a while ago. I kind of forgot about it. Food Chain Island. Yeah, there's so many of this stuff here. I mean, look at this. You can also ask for a whole bunch of that. So, cool. And I got the one with the 3 here, whatever this is, the second line, Murder on Board, expansions. So that's Royal Limited, $14, not a big deal. Okay, Tiny Epic Crimes. It's supposed to come out this September. If you like Tiny Epic Galaxies, Tiny Epic Zombies, all that stuff, they got Crimes. This is going to be your detective style. I did the deluxe bundle. Yep, I got all the stuff I can get. I got the Kingpins expansion, premium print and play, included content, so I can print it now if I want to. I didn't get all of the expansions to this game because there was just so much. And I figured, you know what? I'll just do a little at a time here. It's 1 to 4 players, which I always like a solo mode. Tiny Epic Crimes. Excuse me. You know, living in the Midwest sucks sometimes. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember. This is kind of like Detective, City of Angels. I have that game as well. It's a really good game, too, to play. But what's different between that is this is a single-player game. You can play cooperative or competitive. Okay, I like that. Just 48 hours to solve the murder. So every hour is accounted for. I like that too. The decoder system. I cannot wait to see this. This is going to be a cool little decoding system. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, see, this is like Detective City of Angels. You got the envelopes, and you pick stuff. It's like a clue mechanic, you know. I like that. Inside the box. Looks really interesting. I've never had a bad time with Tiny Epic Galaxies, so I think this game is going to be really, really good. So as soon as I get that, I will do Bullet Dice. I like that. I will do an unboxing and hopefully a review as soon after. So that's it. Tiny Epic Crime should be coming out this September, which really means they're going to get to the distributors, which means then probably by November. All right, we did have a dud. 911 Operator. It was a dud. They funded it, but they've already made some comments, I guess. Yeah. They either didn't charge it right, or they did something wrong. They're offering refunds. However, to those that want to see what will come out of the board game and won't decide to refund, thank you for believing in us and having faith. All right, so 911 Operator, the board game. If you have Steam, 911 Operator, the video game, is actually really fun. If you get a chance to play it, I suggest it. It is a very good game. The reason why I funded the board game in the first place. It's just sad because it just seemed very strange the way they were operating. You could tell already they were kind of like fish out of water with it. They were trying to make it a game where it's cooperative, but you can still make points for doing things that other players don't. So I don't know if that was an issue or what. They were telling us that the pieces the cost wasn't right, but I don't think that's right. I mean, all it is cards and some plastic pieces on a board. What was cool was that if you wanted a map of your city, you could have ordered that. However, that, like I said, it's just plastic pieces. It's not, I don't know what they're talking about. So either they didn't charge the right amount of money, like this was like $30, well, this is 29 pounds. I don't know what that is in dollars. But I got it. I got the early bird, which is sad. I tried to go full on when I kickstart a game. Yeah, scenario incidences, upgrade, and recruit units. It seems like these guys just went a little too out of their comfort zone. And they even had the rule book. They had the rule book going. I don't know what they did. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and ask for a refund. I might just see what happens. I mean, it was only $30. I'm all for companies making money and, starting out. What would you do? Like I said, the video game was cool. I had no problems with the video game. So, sad. Sad. Oh, here you go. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of stuff here. Yeah, 112 Operator. I think it's for the European boys and girls out there. Yeah. So that's it. That was a dud. I think I'm going to keep the money with them and just see what happens. I'd hate to lose it. Now we're going to GameFound. So I have gotten the Scope, Panzer, and Trilogy. They're coming out with Panzer. Uboot and Stalingrad is already out. I've heard nothing but good things about... Well, first of all, I'm a huge Battle of the Atlantic fan. I will always say yes to a good U-boat game. And so I saw U-boot, and I saw they're doing Panzer and Stalingrad. I've watched a couple of different reviewers, like the Discriminating Gamer. He did all of U-boot and Stalingrad. These are very quick games. These are very quick card games. They play a little bit differently. From what I understand, Stalingrad was the quickest. But Panzer is going to be pretty much in that same category. So I backed them all, and we'll see what they are. Looked really good. So really quick card games that you should have fun with. You play within like 30 to 45 minutes, and that's about it. All right, so let's go to the project. Let's take a look. All right. U-boot presentation. We don't need to do all that. You can download the rules. Show me. You can get the mats so you can play the cards down. Mine doesn't come with that, but for some reason it comes with the sleeve and the sleeves, I believe. I don't know why it has bases. I don't know. I guess you could put cards standing up, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, simple. You pull out your cards. It's hidden information. You have a bunch of cards down here, like on this map. Pretend it's on this mat, excuse me. You put a whole bunch of cards down in a matrix for each other, and in that matrix, you don't know where the tank is. And so you'll choose to flip over so many cards, and if you do, the enemy is exposed, and he can take a shot at you using cards. You make what's called the bang deck or whatever, or the what have you. I think that's what they called it. They call it the boom deck in Stalingrad, and you put a bunch of cards together, and then you'll flip, almost like a game of war then, and then you'll see what damage is done depending on what cards are in there. It's like a blind draw of good and bad cards. So very simple, very easy games. You can find them on YouTube left and right. And if it's anything like U-Boot or Stalingrad, it'll be a very easy game to play. So I'm all about easy game. Yeah, here you go. Here's the matrix. Okay, deployment. You explore. Yep. You take a couple of cards. You flip them. They have to be in a region or exploration, and if they pop up, then things start to happen. Here you go. So then things start to happen. You try to fire at each other. You got different ranges. Really cool stuff. Yeah, the boom deck. Here you go. Yep. The boom deck. Some will be misses. Some will be hits. Some affect your armor. So, yeah, and you can find the gentleman that created it. He does a couple of videos. Very simple. Like I said, 30, 45 minutes at most. And then you could play another couple of rounds of games. So, that's it. Scope. Fractal. Do you guys remember Fractal? Yes, I funded this about 2 years ago, and it's on its way. Again, it should be in fulfillment centers by this month. Sounds very promising, so I cannot wait. I backed this over Voidfall. Voidfall was already in production. This came out a little bit later, just a little bit later after Voidfall. Voidfall never sat with me. The colors, the way it looked, I never got it. So I don't know. I don't know anything about Voidfall. But Fractal seemed a lot more fun. It had a solo mode. It had a campaign mode that changes, kind of like a legacy campaign, but it's not legacy. So I got the whole thing. I got the all-in, yeah, the whole thing here. Metal coins, everything. And it's a 4X game, and you could play it in a couple hours, and you'll be done. And then if you're playing the campaign, you mark down how the campaign or your game ended, and that will change elements in the next campaign. So very cool game, in my opinion. It started off on Kickstarter. It went to GameFound, and then we should be seeing this really soon. And I cannot wait to show you. So that's Fractal. Again, it just looked better than Voidfall at the time. Rome Total War has been sort of a mess, but however, I have been a big fan of Simon's. They went from PSC Games to CCC Games. He's a designer. He had an incident that put him pretty much in the hospital. But this game looks really good. I've been a fan. I do have the Deluxe Emperor. I'm really excited to see what happens with this game. The cards look beautiful. The pieces look beautiful. The mercenary, everything. Initiative cards. The dice look great. He's been very spoken, and with his comments, very interactive with all of us. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you scroll down just a little bit. He's there. He's he's making all this information. I've never felt disconnected from the project. I am a huge fan of Rome Total War. I do own the second Rome Total War. I own the first one, and then now it doesn't work anymore. I still have it, actually. I still actually have my original disc. But it just looks so beautiful. Everything looks great. The miniatures look absolutely stunning. They're showing more and more of the different factions. There's like different factions. They have like tons of the different factions with their own different little miniatures and stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, I got the Deluxe Emperor. That came with the faction booster for more players. Alexander expansion, so you can get the Mediterranean. No, not the Mediterranean, but you get the Macedonian era and India and all that. You get it's like 2 boards, instead of 1 board of just Rome. Battle Play expansion. That's in the video game. You could go into the actual battle, and then like you can go onto the board with your soldiers, sort of like that. Emperor expansion. This allows you to play the Civil War. The Julii versus the Brudii, which is really, really, really cool. These miniatures just get bigger and bigger. I hope that doesn't break them. Metal coins. I got all that. I got all the stretch goals. Let's see here. 96 control markers, 440 unit cards, 8 new factions. This is going to be a gigantic game. I just hope that everything's going good with it. They're supposed to come out in January or February of 2024, so that's okay. That's okay. They pushed it back once. They pushed back the date once. I've seen way worse Kickstarters and game founds. Stellaris Infinite Legacy is terrible. I did not like that one bit. But this one here, there's constant communication. They're not just holding things back, and so this is where we're at. All right, let's take a look. So this is this is your core game. All right, with so many different factions. With the Dacians, you got the Romans, of course, the Egyptians. Oh no, this is a faction booster. Okay, I got that. Let's see, where's the core game? Oh man, the 3D. They're working on the 3D fortresses now. All right, I got this. You got Dacians, you got the Egyptians, you got the Gauls. More of your barbarians, which is really, really cool. Let's see, the new Eastern map board. Okay, they did show the map. I don't know why that shows work in progress. They haven't changed this, but they have shown the map to that. And of course, you're adding in Macedonia, and then you've got shit. I can't remember all the different ones out there. Let's see here. Battle Play expansion. Okay, yep. So in the video game, you put your pieces onto the actual board and fight, and you can do it here. It's not as tactical as it would be in the actual video game, because obviously that would take hours to play, but you can choose to go to war directly like this. And you put the cards down in different areas, and then some of these boxes will get a terrain, depending on the terrain that you're in. So you have to put those terrains down. I don't know who gets to put those down or how it's put down, but they explained it in the video. Emperor expansion. Okay. Again, this is the Julii, Brudii, and the I can't remember the other one, but this is that internal war. Okay, I got that. Metal coins. They're working on these. These look so good. The 3D mapping of them is good. I can't wait to see the actual piece. Otherwise, it was just like a block. It was like a wooden block with a certain color, and that was it. So, really nice, really, really cool. This one I'm so excited. I hope everything's going good here. I want nothing but good energy for this one. This is going to be my baby. This is going to be my actual baby. I'm all into war games. I'm not huge into miniature war games like this, but Rome Total War to me is like the creme de la creme. So All right, Rome Total War is done. War of the Three Sanchos by Surprised Stare Games. In the United States, it's Surprised Stare Games. There's 2 other companies that build these for Europe and for Spanish regions like Spain and what have you. I saw this, and I thought it was pretty cool. Apparently, Surprise Stare Games has a couple of games. They have the Cousins War and the Ming Voyages and the March of Progress. Now, this is out. I can't. You had an idea to you can add a couple of these games to your pledge, which I did. The March of Progress is out, but I did get the Cousins War and the Ming Voyages. These are one's 2-player games, some are 3-player games, but they're all 1-player games, which is awesome. I'm a fan of 1-player games because it's tough to get 2 players or 3 players sometimes. But the Three Sanchos, basically, if you've ever played Crusader Kings and you do the Castile tutorial, then you're going through all this. It's a very tiny little board. They're not very big. I see 224 by 162 millimeters. Okay, yeah, 8 by 6. That's not very big at all. It's a very tiny map. Okay, and it's a card game. And the objective of the game is to take over regions and to try to unite Aragon, Nahara, and Castilla. Right? There's your king pieces, score markers, counters, special dice, depending on the player. It doesn't look that complicated. Okay. I did get to watch some videos on the Cousins War. Very simple stuff, and it's simple. It's similar. So let's see here. King Sancho, you can just get that for $20 or 20 pounds, whatever that is in dollars. Military stores, you can get a whole bunch if you want to sell them. All right. I added on the Cousins War. I added on the Ming, but the March of Progress, for some reason, they don't have an English one. I wrote to them. I told them if they put it up there, I would buy it. So, but they haven't. So, recruit troops, deploy them to your campaigns, attack and besiege your rivals, fortify the castles, towers you've captured, send your opponent's troops to fight each other. Score 10 points to win. Cool little game, and you can watch the videos. It's a very simple little card game. All right, that is it. Updates. What is the updates on this here? When is that supposed to come out? Well, they just funded this, so I don't know when they're going to actually come out with it. Obviously, an alpha. Okay. Yeah, they do have it on I don't know if it's Tabletop Simulator. I think I have it actually. I'm not sure if that, or if it may have a different game that's like it. I don't remember. God, I haven't had a lot of sleep. That's it. That's all I've got. Three Sanchos. I don't know when that's supposed to come out. I hope that comes out soon. Comments? Is there any comments? January of 2024, along with Rome Total War. So there you go, folks. That's what I got for you. I wanted to put a video out there to show you what's going on. Those are the things that I'm expecting, and I cannot wait to unbox and review for you. Rome Total War is my baby. I cannot wait to get my hands on my baby. That's going to be the one for me. It's got a solo mode too, so I'm really, really excited for that one. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Thanks for